How's everyone doing today? Shankar PR here. Today, just like every day, we're going to look at the charts, see what's going on with the market with the S&P 500 as well as Bitcoin. Also, tomorrow we do have CPI inflation numbers, so we're going to go over that and kind of see what we can expect and how it will impact the market. So without further ado, let's dive right into the charts. So this is the consumer price index. So what we're going to look at here is the CPI year over year. And we also do have the unemployment claims. So we have that as well. So in July we had a CPI of 3% and the previous was 4%. So we have been coming down in the reports over the last couple months. With unemployment, we have been, kind of still fluctuating in the, 227, 221, 228. So we have been going up and down, but the forecast for last month was for August 3rd, last week, was 226 and the actual was 227. So not too far off of where it was, what the prediction was. So for this actual forecast for the CPI as well as unemployment, the forecast is that unemployment would be rising to 231,000 and CPI would actually be going up to 3.3%. So previous was 3%. So economists are anticipating that we are going to be increasing. So you can see here from 2020, CPI was down and it just completely rose all the way up. Let's take off the forecast, and this is the actual, and then it started to come down again. So we'll see if the forecast, because the forecast and the actual are very similar, as you can see. So we'll see if we actually get a higher reading this time for the CPI versus getting a lower reading, right? So when we get higher readings in CPI and unemployment, if unemployment is rising, if we look on the charts here for gold, normally for gold, that's a good sign. However, if we look on the gold chart here, guys, we do have, the price action right here. It's broke beneath the support area, pretty good support area as well. We're on the daily just looking, I guess, now at this next support area here, right? So this is on the daily time frame, and if we do break this support area here, it's gonna look like we're gonna be heading further down with the price action. So let's also look on the 1 hour here. And even on the 1 hour, guys, you can see that we've been making lower lows, lower highs. So let's see tomorrow when we get to this area what the reading is going to be. When we get to this area, what the reading for CPI is going to be for unemployment. If unemployment, if unemployment and CPI scares the investors, we can anticipate gold to actually make a move higher. But as we're looking at the market structure right now, gold is looking like, we're coming down to this area here, and it's looking a bit bearish. So unless we see some bullish price action along the support line, we are going to be anticipating more bearish price action past this area, right? So let's look at the S&P 500. So I've taken off a lot of the support and resistance lines, and what I want to look at today, guys, is the moving averages. So this is the 200-day moving average, and this is the 50-day moving average. All right, so we got the 50-day in red and the 200-day in blue. So normally when the 50-day is over the 200-day and the price action is above the 200-day moving average, that indicates to us that we are in a bull market. Right, so you can see when we were underneath the 200-day and the 50-day, and the 50-day was bearish, you can see, and the price was underneath the 200-day, it was acting as resistance, and you can see that the price, we were in a bear market, and price was just heavily getting rejected, kept getting rejected, getting rejected. But over here we see that the price is being supported by the 50-day moving average, as well as the 200-day is underneath. And you can see over here too, right, when we had this 50-day and 200-day cross over here, so this is considered a golden cross. You can see the price was supported, and we had that massive bull run in 2021. And as well here, we had a nice bull run, and then when we went underneath the 200-day, the price completely fell off, right? Same with over here and over here. And you can see we don't necessarily stay long underneath the 200-day. Granted, we had 07 all the way to 09, so that was about 565 days. And if we look, how many days have we been under? It's been about 281 days, right? So let's look. So this was 500. This one was 900 days. This one was 500 days. And then, but for the most part, we don't stay underneath the 200 days, the 200-day moving average for an exponentially long time. This was 300 days, right? So over here we had 400 days. Here was 600 days. And I mean, this was in the 60s. So yeah, I'm going a bit too far back. You really want to just stay, 92. Yeah, just stay in the 80s and 90s. But basically what I'm saying, guys, is that we stay underneath the 200-day for, here we have 130 days we were underneath the 200-day, and here we were underneath the 200-day for 135 days. So the bear market, classified by a lot of people, is that the 200-day above the price action and above the 50-day moving average, and that would create a death cross, which was right here, and then a golden cross when the 50 days above the 200-day. That would be an indicator that, okay, we are in a bull market. So we are, guys, higher highs market structure wise in a bull market, moving average wise in a bull market. And I just want to bring this to your attention. I don't really trade with moving averages, but this is an indication that you can use and utilize to understand, like, okay, this is another confluence that we can add to the chart to say, hey, we're actually, yes, we are in a bull market at the moment, opposed to what the news and everyone is saying to you, right? So right now, if we look at the market structure, we have this support here that, we're coming down to. So we'd like to see how the price fluctuates, right? So right now, I'm anticipating the price to actually, what the best case scenario is, the price comes here and then clears these highs and heads higher, right? That'd be the best situation for the price action. But if the price comes down and we head lower, head up, and then head lower, we would be looking for lower prices along this area here to see support come into this area, as well as see how the price would fluctuate in this area, right? So that's kind of exactly what we would be looking for in the future if the price actually hit a rejection and we started heading down. So it doesn't mean we're going to be in a bear market or anything like that. All it means is, we've had a massive run from the bottom of the market of 30%. So that's amazing. So having a pullback is definitely normal, right? It's not that big of a deal if we do have pullbacks along the way, right? So yeah. So now let's look at Bitcoin right now. See how Bitcoin's doing. We have these higher highs and higher lows, and if we look at the moving averages, we had this golden cross here, and we are fluctuating above the 200-day moving average, and we're really using it as support. But yeah, we are still in this uptrend for Bitcoin. You see the price, right? so it's being supported, and that's just great right now, guys. I mean, we are looking at the moment to see what will happen when we get to this area, looking to break above. Once we break above here, guys, that's going to give a lot of positive air for Bitcoin, as this is a very significant area of resistance, you know. So if we don't break it during this rally up, that's perfectly fine. But if we do, that's a good sign to us that, okay, you know, smart money has been accumulating, and we're looking for that next leg higher, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing right now in the charts. You know, I would say that, you know, we're in 2019 right now. So I would say if we were looking at the bull market of last section, this is kind of where we're at right now, you know. And I'm not anticipating a whole COVID crash again, but this is where the market is right now. And, you know, I would say we're right here, right? So just keep that in mind as you guys are accumulating, that, you know, we have had, you know, all the bear market warnings. People are losing all their crypto from scams and hacks. This is normally what happens before the next leg higher, right? Because all the YouTubers are coming out saying they lost almost all their money in crypto, whether it be they didn't sell the top, whether it be they invested in yield farmings, or they made a crypto company at the top and they don't have anyone that's buying into their product, or they've been getting hacked because they have such a huge following and they're getting spam emails and whatnot. So really consider that, you know, we have passed the bottom of the market, and now it's time to head higher, right? So breaking this resistance would be a good sign for us to be like, hey, we are now you know, having maybe the starting of, you know, the burst into, you know, the new all-time highs. And what I mean is, once we break this, it's just more confirmation that, guys, the bear market's over. We've hit the lows of the market. We're not I will never say never, but I would not consider that we're going back down to 16K on Bitcoin. All right, so that's really it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If there's any altcoins you want me to review, tokenomics, you know, their team technically and fundamentally, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. We're gonna be doing coin of the week as we get closer to the halving. You know, we're gonna do some in-depth research and kind of bring a coin once a week so you guys can see what we're thinking is gonna have the best returns in this bull market. So without further ado, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and tune in next time for more cryptocurrency and market news. All right, and remember, it's not financial advice. Take care.